What's up, everybody? It's Jazz Fuzz. I hope y'all doing good. Oh man, I'm stretching. So I was thinking about guns and combat and stuff like that. I was thinking about it because I ran into so many people that always say, Jasmine, guns will protect you better than, martial arts or combat fighting and stuff like that. And I sat there and I thought about it and I said, the funny reality is that a gun do have many advantages. Like, a gun can reload faster. A gun can hold out 100 to 1,000 bullets in a second. And a gun can shoot real far distance to whatever person or enemy or whatever, right? But I sat there and thought, and I had to tell this, and most people will deny it, but I always say that the human brain is faster than a bullet, because it is. Humans are constantly plotting, scheming, and thinking about ways to hurt, harm, and exploit people every single day. It's never a rest for the wicked, right? And I just sit there and say, well, do you know that people who understand pressure points of the human body is more deadly than a person that has a gun? Because they know how to kill the person with their bare hands. Just like that. And not only to know where to kill you in parts of your body, they can do it so quickly that even doctors don't know how you die. Now, sometimes there are good doctors that will dig deep and find out how a person died and stuff. But in the most part, most doctors say, oh, they just die natural causes. But the problem is that person is healthy and strong and didn't do drugs, etc., etc. People who know pressure points of the human body are more deadly than a gun, to my opinion. And I sit there and I say, if you don't know anything about combat fighting with a gun, then I would say you are useless. And so this video is about techniques and skills and strategy. Because when I keep thinking, come across to, now I don't know all gun owners, but I do know that some part do a self-defense class, which is very smart because 9 times out of 10, somebody knows if you go up to a person with a gun, they don't have time to pull out their gun because you're right there in their face. So the next option you have to do is combat fighting. And I don't know if too many people who own guns know how to do combat fighting. Because so far what I've been hearing all my life is that gun owners are very cocky and say, well, I got a gun, I could just pow, pow, pow. Well, like I say, humans think a lot. They plot a lot. You can have 1 billion guns in your house, and one sneaky motherfucker could come in there and kill you in your sleep. Being a silent ninja kind of thing. And you have all these guns. There have been many cases around the world where people actually just get killed just like that. And they had a weapon right next to them, but whatever this person's skills and techniques were, they kill them just seconds. And so, I guess what I'm saying is that fighting martial arts, MMA, and techniques and strategy skills to fight off your enemy or somebody's trying to hurt you is a big, big deal. You can have a gun all you want. Now, knife is also like combat fighting too, because you gotta get close. People who have guns, they know 9 times out of 10, people won't psycho approach to you. But there's always a good percentage of those crazy, daggone nuts who will do anything to get close to you, right? And so I think people gotta rationalize how the human brain thinks when it wants to prey on people and stuff. Now, there's always a vice to always carry pepper spray, knives, and a gun, if you live a terrible part of the world, and that's understandable. There's nothing wrong with that. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you have a gun, or do you know how to do self-defense? Because 9 times out of 10, some people will come in groups. You don't even know that person might be a retired military. Or they've been studying how to murder people in a way. You gotta think, the human brain is a fascinating thing. Even scientists to this day are still studying the human brain, because the human brain is a mystery. It's a fascination. It's something that is so complex and something that is misunderstood or understood that people can't really grasp and fathom about how the human brain works. And let alone, when I was in my class in psychology, the government was trying to understand a people's personality traits. Is it a birth thing? Because whatever family you grew up, is it your birth? Like, say your whole family always been violent. Is that a birth trait for you? But in other cases, it's not. So what I'm trying to say, the government is trying to figure out how can we, 1, prevent violence, 2, if people, family for generation had a pattern, would this individual end up being the exact same thing, right? The government, science, always trying to figure a way to understand the human brain. That's what I'm trying to say here. But as for the strategy with, self-defense and stuff, I think gun people should realize that guns not always gonna protect you 9 times out of 10. You know what I'm saying? It's a messy and frustration thing to think that if I pull out a gun, it would protect me. And I come back with my part 2.